All right, and the last thing we're going to be looking at today, ladies and gentlemen, is adding, subtracting with a combination of multiplying. Now, I know in the last video, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't cover division because division applies just like multiplication division. So let's go back and in multiplying, right? Multiplying and dividing. Dividing works just the same as multiplying, ladies and gentlemen. If they are the same signs, they're positive, and they're opposite signs, they're going to be negative, okay? But let's look at one other thing, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be looking at addition, subtraction alongside multiplication. And I'll give you an example of what I mean. Let's say, ladies and gentlemen, our example is positive 8 minus positive 4. Okay. What we're going to take into consideration, ladies and gentlemen, is a multiplication section. Okay. Here we see these two signs are together, hence we're multiplying them. Again, those two are together, ladies and gentlemen, so it's the same as multiplication. And what we look at, ladies and gentlemen, are they opposite or are they the same? Well, here we notice they're opposite signs. Okay, so the end result will be a negative. So this minus plus will just simply become a minus. So we'll have positive 8. Once again, these two are opposite signs, so it becomes a minus 4. Okay. And 8 minus 4, ladies and gentlemen, is simply positive 4. Okay. As we see, the positive is bigger. They are opposite, so we subtract. And we are left with the symbol of the bigger number, which is positive 8. Okay. Let's look at another example, ladies and gentlemen. Let's suppose we have negative 12 minus negative 5. Again, we focus our attention to the two symbols, ladies and gentlemen, that are together. We're going to go ahead and combine these as a multiplication. Here, ladies and gentlemen, we see that they are the same sign. And since they're the same sign, it results in a positive. A negative times a negative. Don't say a negative and a negative. We need to be specific. A negative times a negative. Same signs is a positive. So this, ladies and gentlemen, becomes positive. And we're going to end up with negative 12 plus 5. Okay. And like in the last lesson, ladies and gentlemen, we're simply going to check if they are the same sign or opposite signs. As we see here, we have opposite. One's a negative, one's a positive. So we say 12 minus 5, which gives us 7. Now let's recall, ladies and gentlemen, we have to take the sign of the larger number the larger being negative, so our result will be negatives, so we have a negative 12. Okay. Again, we have negative 12 plus 5. We're going to do the trick that we learned in the last lesson. We simply subtract the larger from the smaller. We're left with 7. We look at the original. Which one's a larger number? The 12, and it has a negative. So our end result, ladies and gentlemen, is simply negative 7.